In this series, I'm starting over as a broke level 1 player with the goal of becoming a GTA Online veteran. But in order to do so, I'll have to complete every objective on this list while having a limit of 2 hours a day to play. So with that being said, welcome back to another episode of Rags to Riches 2-hour edition. Today is a very exciting episode because we have one of the coolest cars in GTA Online history as the claimable vehicle in the Salvage Yard here. So we're going to do that Salvage Yard robbery as well as one more so that we've finally made $1 million with the Salvage Yard. And as we go, I'm also going to mix in some Payone Hits as they're currently paying out double money this week, making them one of the best money methods in the game. So for this Payone Hit, I have to destroy the target's vehicle using a truck cab. I'm just going to grab this one that was given to us here in the construction site, and now I have to chase down my target and ran into them as much as possible. Now, of course, in order to unlock Payone Hits, you have to have an agency and have completed 3 security contracts, but once you've done so, you could call these up, and the best part about them is they only have a 10-minute cooldown, so we could do these a handful of times today. Now, I did the math, and you could probably make $300,000 to $400,000 an hour just by completing Payone Hits, but I think they're best used when you do them with other money methods. Alright, this guy has to be close to done. I don't know how we're still going here. Alright, the car is finally on fire. I believe, yep, we are done. So we just completed the assassination with the bonus, and now that I've left the area, I just made $90,000. So that took for just under 5 minutes to complete, which is very quick, and that could be done multiple times an hour. But with that out of the way, let's now head into the Salvage Yard robberies, and the one we're going to do first is the claimable vehicle, which is the Albany Frankenstein. This car is a Halloween exclusive vehicle. It's so cool. And the cargo ship robbery is the one we have to complete in order to get it. So let's start up the first setup mission. Alright, so we are now here at the pier, and we're gonna have to break into the LSPA office. Okay, so I was trying to find the circuit box to break in here stealthily, but I alerted the guards by hopping on the Oppressor MK II, so I'll now just have to do this the hard way. Now that I'm in here, I'm gonna have to hack the database. And now that that's done, I'm gonna plant 3 explosives. And this here is number 3. I'm gonna pick up the guard outfits here, and now we have to get away. But before I return to my salvage yard, I'm going to detonate the bomb that blows up that police station, and now I could finish the mission with no wanted level. Let's now get into mission number 2. This mission can be a bit of a pain, but luckily we got the LSIA location here, so I'm going to take out as many people as I can with my Oppressor MK II, and then I could escape in the skylift. And of course, I've run out of rockets with my Oppressor MK II, and I've been killed. Awesome. Okay, somehow I took it out with an SMG. Alright, that took forever, but now we could steal the skylift and leave it at the drop-off. And here we are at the drop-off. Now we just have to leave the area. There you go, mission complete. Let's now do the tasks. Alright, we're here at the first task, and we're gonna have to steal a boat. But to get it, I have to break into this storage facility. There are tons of enemies in here that I'm gonna have to take out, but this shouldn't be too difficult. Alright, I've taken out everybody. I can now grab this pickup truck here, attach it to one of the boats, and then drive away. And here we are, that's the end of the first task. I'm now here at the second task, and this time I'm gonna have to find flares. I've finally found them, they're right up here on the ledge. Now all that's left to do is to bring them back to the salvage yard. And here we are, let's now do task number 3, which is finding bolt cutters at this construction site. They are right here on top of the planks of wood, and once again, I now have to bring them back to the salvage yard. Okay, so now that I did the 2 setup missions and the 3 tasks, we could now start the robbery. Now you could do the optional disruption missions and whatnot, but I think it's a waste of time. Let's just get right into the finale, and of course I'm going to use my Oppressor MK II to make it easier. Alright, so the first thing to do is to head over here to Elysian Island, and it's going to tell me to hop into the boat, but all I actually have to do is hop into the boat like this. It's going to give me the location of where we have to go, and now I could hop out and hop back on my Oppressor MK II and use this to get over to the cargo ship. Now that I'm here, I'm going to take out the patrol boat, take out the other one there as well, and I'm going to start wreaking havoc on the boat. Alright, so I did a bit of damage, but now I'm here at the bridge of the boat that I'm going to have to break into and take out the captain. Alright, I took out both guys. I can now search the captain for the codes. Now that I have the codes, I can access the terminal bridge here as that Sea Sparrow just fires machine guns at me. So now that we've taken care of that, I'm going to hop back on my Oppressor MK II, and we have to cut open the different containers to find where our car is. But first, let me take care of the Sparrow. Easy work, although I might die here. I might die. Okay, yeah, lovely. Alright, here is the first container to cut open. Hopefully we could go 1 for 1 and get it the first try. Let's see. No, we didn't, of course. What about container number 2? No. So it must be here in container number 3. Yeah, yes it is, the Frankenstein What a great looking vehicle. I now have to attach a flare to the container. I initially threw one up top. I'm a dumbass. But now that I've done that, the Skylift now has a container and I have to protect it all the way to its final destination. Unfortunately, my Oppressor MK II is cooked, so I'm gonna have to use a Sea Sparrow. Alright, the Skylift has finally delivered the container. We can now open it and drive away with the Frankenstein. Oh my, look at how good this car looks, man. The green underglow, all the modifications, the green headlights. Wow, this is incredible. And here we are back at the Salvage Yard. I only made $10,000 from the finale, but that will be enough to claim it here. Because I have a document forgery office, it is only $10,000. So there you go. Aside from the setup cost, that was a completely free vehicle because the cost to buy it was the same as how much I made from the robbery. So that's amazing. Let's now go check it out one more time. Man, look at that paint job. That's incredible. You have the purple flames, the all black. The rims are a really nice purple. Even the interior trim looks like a blue or a purple. What an incredible car. Now, like I said, this is an event exclusive, if I'm not mistaken. This only comes around during Halloween, and the fact that they made this a claimable car is amazing. Anyways, that is just the first robbery for today. We're also going to do the high-end vehicle because it is the Podium robbery, which is one of the coolest, I think, in my opinion. But before we get into it, let's do one more payphone hit. For this one, all I have to do is pick him up in a taxi and then drive them off the pier. There you go, $90,000. Let's now get into the Podium robbery. The first mission I'm gonna do is getting the LSDS disguises. All right, so we're here at the treatment plant and I'm gonna have to destroy 3 of these sewage tankers. We got 1 down. That's number 2, and that's number 3. I now have to turn all 4 release valves. There you go, done. And now I just have to steal the LSDS van. And finally, we are back at the Salvage Yard. That was a long trip, but we made it. Let's now go get the storage key card. For this one, we first have to find a house with pink flamingos and a red car out front. We already found it. I'm now going to go inside and get the key card. The valet is right here. I got to intimidate him, so I'm just going to start shooting everywhere. Hopefully this goes by somewhat quick. This guy's walking on thin ice right now. Already gave us access to the safe here. Perfect, I now have the key card and I could bring it back to the Salvage Yard. Here we are, let's now go complete the 3 tasks. The first one is right here. We gotta steal gas masks from a fire station. They should be in a basket like that. Yep, they are. Let's pick them up, perfect. And now we gotta bring them back to the Salvage Yard and try to dodge. I'm gonna take these guys on like I'm a wide receiver. Juking them. I'm too quick. I'm an athlete. The second task is here at the casino. Once inside, I now have to go here to the stall and plant some explosives. And there you go, task complete. And now the final task is to break into the hideout and steal some rappel equipment. There's going to be a bunch of enemies down here. The assault shotguns should be good enough for all of them. I took them all out, so now we could grab the equipment and bring it back to the Salvage Yard. And here we are, that is the final task done. Now we could get into the finale. So to start things off, I'm going to have to drive the LSDS van over to the casino. Alright, we are now here at the vantage point, and the first thing to do is to detonate the bomb so that we have a reason to actually go to the casino. And here we are. Now I have to grab the rappel equipment. Alright, I now have to follow the guard here and mop up all of the just nasty shit that's on the floor. Yes, I'm mopping the same place, yet the 6-foot wide puddle of shit is being wiped up. Makes sense. Alright, now that I cleaned up the shit, I have to sneak into the elevator, and I'm going to try to do as much of this as stealthily as possible. Alright, I took the elevator to the next floor, and now I'm going to use a flashlight to navigate the place. If you're doing this as well, you could also just look at the minimap, that works as well. Alright, we've made it to the elevator hatch. I'm going to have to open it and then rappel down the elevator. Perfect, we've finally rappelled down the elevator. I now have to open the storage facility doors, and behind it should be the vehicle we are stealing. We got a couple of guards here that are going to try to take us out. I'm going to take cover here, and now that I took everybody out, I have to disable the security measures, which is a bit of a complicated hack. This should be the last one. Yes, it is. Now that we've completed the hack, we have to take out all the security guards in here, and then steal the Torero. This customization looks incredible. Rockstar really did a good job with this. Alright, so now that we're here, we're almost done. We have to locate the security terminal, take out this security guard there, and now we could take the Torero and escape. The easiest way to lose the cops on this one is to drive over, just drive straight ahead from where you exited the casino, and then we're going to hop down into the drainage tunnel. The best way to do it is to come from above here, jump down, And now that we're in the drainage tunnel, we could head into the underground tunnel, and in there the cops will not follow you in, and so losing the cops will be really easy. And there you go, I've finally lost the cops. I really wish they made this one claimable. This sort of reminds me of the Lamborghini Countach, if I'm not mistaken. Incredible car in real life, but this car design in game is beautiful. Anyways, we are now back at the Salvage Yard, and that is the end of the robbery. I just made $20,000 from the finale bonuses, but now I'm going to sell the Torero so that I've made at least $1 million with the Salvage Yard, which is one of the requirements for our GTA Online checklist. Now, every time you steal one of the vehicles in a Salvage Yard robbery, you'll have multiple ways that you could sell it. You could either salvage it for parts, which will give you less money but requires you to do no work, or you could sell it to the docks for more money, but it does require you to drive it there. Honestly, there's never a scenario where salvaging it makes more sense because driving it there is the easiest thing possible. It should be a 2 to maybe 4 minute mission depending on where your salvage yard is, and making sure to not take damage on your way there is pretty easy. But saying that, here we are, that is the sale mission done, so we just made $392,000 for that one heist. And there you go, that's our payout. But with that, we're gonna leave today's episode there. We did 2 salvage yard robberies, a couple payphone hits. The payphone hits are incredible, make sure you do them as much as possible this week. It's an easy $90,000 for about 5 minutes of work, but the 2 salvage yard robberies got us 2 amazing things. 1, we completed $1 million with the salvage yard, and 2, we got a really cool Halloween car. I'm really happy with both, but with that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.